the most exciting and the most difficult thing about the release?
The most exciting thing is just having new music out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a minute between that last one and when I dropped this one. That was the dope part. The bad part was, we were still coming out the backside of the pandemic. Everything wasn't all the way opened up, so it kind of put me off of booking shows and all of that. But
right.
luckily it got a second win. So
No, doors is opening it up, man, for sure.
No
doubt. Chip, I'm ready to go in. There was one thing that I was jamming, man, on my way here, bro. And I'm a big Wire.
Oh, I was
fan,
muted
bro.
the whole time. My bad.
Me too.
I love the Wire. No, I'm hip because you threw that the cold bit from Omar when he on the stand. In the intro, and I said, "Oh no, he cold for that one. He cold for that one." Is that something that you do often, like kind of incorporate like whatever things are inspirational in that, or like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What made you even want to throw that one in specifically? I listened to the bar, so I picked up on it, but you could break it down for the people too a little bit.
Well, I mean, the first Shooting Starz was produced by Trust One as well. So he was like my introduction to Tacoma hip hop. So when I linked up with Trust and I was making the album, I was like, I need to use interludes that really reflect, where I was at when I was writing this. Right? You know what I'm saying? And the Wire was that. Like, Omar's my favorite character. So like when we got ready to do part 2, I was like, hey, look, all the skits gonna be Omar. The cover gonna be my head on Omar's body. We can ready to go all in with it. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. Omar.
Yeah,
man, rest in peace, man.
One of the greatest actors of all time. Y'all
Facts.
That man
I just seen a preview for his new joint too.
Man. Facts. No,
he got a new joint coming.
Definitely one of the
coolest. If I can ask, kind of speaking about what you guys are talking about, did that correlate as to how you kind of kept going for a little while when it came to the Unbreakable freestyles, or did that kind of occur differently?
Nah, okay. So the funny thing is, Unbreakable was also produced by Trust One, and
you kept it in the house,
man.
I kept
it, Trust my guy, man. And I literally was watching The Wire season 3 while I was writing it. So
because I was peeping that and I was like, yo, there's a lot of deep references to The Wire, and I got all 5 seasons behind me, but it's like I watch it regularly. I mean, and just because it kind of helps me create bars, and it kind of helps me get out of a comfortable mind state when you want to kind of get a little rugged and a little rough edged with it when it comes to writing. I kind of go reference some things from that, but in general, I noticed that in the Unbreakables, and so I thought I would ask that since you guys are referencing like kind of back-to-back records that you kind of dropped and things like this. You know
what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man! Like the Wire is a big inspiration for me because, for one, I used to live in Baltimore for a little bit, so like I recognize a lot of the places
that they use.
I know a lot of people who are very much like many of the characters in The Wire. And some of the guys who are like the actual inspiration for the characters in The Wire, I've been fortunate enough to meet some of those guys. Like, I didn't know who they were at the time when I was meeting them, but later you find out, oh, you the reason why they came up with this guy.
Right.
Like I bet you ain't know the big guy that was with Omar when he got out of jail, when they were sitting in the car when they were scoping out the apartment with Marlo and them inside that. That's the real Omar.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's the real Omar.
Oh, for real?
Oh,